so much for joining us this afternoon and taking the time to learn a little bit more about Scenic Eclipse and who we are. We're very excited to share the news, tell you all about what we have going on. So my name is Lisa Willey. I'm one of the sales team here in Canada, based out in the West. I'm in Vancouver. I'm joined behind the scenes with two of my colleagues. I've got Caroline Polson, who resides out in Quebec, and also Tracy Daniels, who is part of our sales team in Ontario. So what they will be doing, hanging out behind the scenes while I tell you all about this beautiful yachts, is answering some of your questions. So how we're going to do that is, I noticed already a few people had raised their hands. If you have questions, if you can go to the Q&A section on the toolbar there and type in your question, and one of my colleagues will do their best to answer your question. Due to a large number of attendees that we have on, I can't guarantee that we can get to everybody's questions, but we will do our best. The great news is that you have hopefully a travel professional that you're working with at home that can also help to answer your questions, so you can reach out to them or to Scenic if you have any questions at the end that we weren't able to help you out with. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to share about 30 to approximately 40 minutes of your time talking about Scenic Eclipse. So let's get started. I'm very excited to be introducing you to this beautiful yachts. I'm just going to actually take myself off camera so we're not distracted by looking at me, because there's such beautiful imagery that I'm going to share with you. So Scenic Eclipse, the world's first discovery yachts. Scenic Eclipse operates as a truly all-inclusive, ultra-luxury ship with the yacht with small number of guests. There's only 228 guests on board and 200 in our polar regions due to the size of our discovery team on board. We are purpose-built for the polar regions of Antarctica and the Arctic, but are also equipped for the beautiful journeys that you'll have and discover in Japan, the warm waters of Europe and the Mediterranean, North and Central America, including the Inside Passage, and much, much more. This presentation will make it easy for you to understand what it takes to set ocean cruising benchmark with these yachts. And a personal sidebar is, I had the pleasure of being on board Scenic Eclipse back in October over in Saudi Arabia. It was truly a trip of a lifetime. I fell in love with the experience, both on board and off. So hopefully we all get a chance to get back on board and experience her. Our founder, Glenn Maroney, started this business in 1986 as a coach tour company in Australia. In 2008, Scenic then entered the exciting world of European river cruising. And only 11 years later, in 2019, we begun our inaugural season with Scenic Eclipse, the world's first discovery yacht. Since then, we are proud to have been voted with the most coveted awards for the best new initiatives in luxury. And in 2023, we're really excited that Scenic Eclipse 2 will be joining the fleet. Proudly today, we stand as a global company with over 30 years experience in operating 500 plus cruises and tours throughout every continent. So we know that the world has changed. Travel looks different than it ever has before. We want you to know that our utmost priority and commitment is to the safety of our guests and our crew. We're operating safely and successfully on our river ships over in Europe in 2021, from about June to November. And we've been following all the World Health protocols that are in place, plus some. So there is requirements that we do have in place and protocols, but they're changing. It's an ever-changing world. And in 2022, there may be even new protocols that come into place and requirements from our guests. But I will share with you that up until now, I think we're continuing in 2022, is a requirement from our guests to have 2 vaccinations, following the requirements of the country of arrival, as well as providing a negative PCR test. That is currently where it stands, but everything changes. We are on it's a moving target right now. So we keep our guests informed through email notifications who are booked, but we also have a really great section on our website that you can access for frequently asked questions, okay, our FAQ section. It's constantly updated with all the new protocols, any restrictions, any questions, and just please check that out. Your travel advisor is also a very, very important resource for you. They follow and we keep them informed of all the safety protocols that are in place and any new ones that come into play as well. So we will continue to keep you updated on that, and we will continue through 2022 operating safely and successfully for all of our guests. At Scenic, what we deliver is truly all-inclusive luxury without exception. Every significant element of your journey is taken into consideration and is included, from the dining, beverages, wellness, entertainment on board, to shore excursions and special events. We take this through to impeccable butler service for all of our guests, Wi-Fi, minibar, transfers, and all tipping and gratuity, both on shore with our excursions and on board, are all taken care of, making your cruise a relaxing and carefree experience. It's truly walletless travel. I will highlight, however, a few add-ons to your inclusive experience a little bit later in this presentation. These beautiful yachts are super innovative with custom-built stabilizers that we have. It's the state-of-the-art technology. It's like no other yacht that is an experience that is out there. Has the highest rating of Polar Class 6 for any luxury cruise line that is out there. She features custom-built oversized stablers that are 50% larger than other ships, providing greater stability as it navigates the water, as well as ships with zero speed stabilizer, keeping her stable even when the ship is not moving. Personally, this is really important to me because I am one that feels the motion of the ocean. So I love the stability that Scenic Eclipse provides. There's also a safe return to port, compliant with multiple redundant central operating systems. It's the highest level of safety. She's equipped with enhanced heating and ventilation and air conditioning systems throughout the ship, and guest suites that provide 100% fresh air through the UVC HEPA filter treatment. Comfort class 1 notation featuring lowest passenger noise and vibration through the public areas and suites, and other environmentally sustainable systems, including advanced water treatment systems, state-of-the-art waste management, high efficient engines, reduced emission, noise vibration, and latest technology in low sulfur fuel. So she's very environmentally friendly. There's also a dynamic positioning, which we really never have to actually drop anchor. The ship will stay stable and not have to move without being on anchor with this dynamic GPS system. So it really does. The captains have said that they will drop the anchor maybe once a month just to make sure it works. So again, really protecting the environment and the sustainability. So let's take a closer look at our Discover leaders. It's very robust in the polar regions. As I said, 200 guests on board. Normally it's 228, but we have a really robust Discover leaders on board. But then from our captains to our chef to everybody there to provide an impeccable experience for our guests through. So they'll lead wildlife spotting expeditions by Zodiac, kayak, stand-up paddleboard, really giving you a unique perspective on nature's wonders. And we also have onboard helicopters and submarines, which I'll tell you a little bit about later. Our Discovery leaders will also hold lectures throughout the cruise in our onboard theater. And there's a look at our Discovery team. Let's take a little bit closer look at this beautiful yacht and some of the areas that we have. Right from the gangway and the marine platforms. Again, very custom, purposely built. I love the fact that our we call it a garage. The garage is located only a meter above the water. This is where we launch all of the Zodiacs and the paddle boards and the kayaks and all the toys. They don't come off the top of the ship. They come out right at close to the water level. So what this does is cuts down on the amount of time it takes us for setup and tear down when we're in a port or in a destination or experiencing Antarctica. So it's more about the guest experience and less about the takedown and the setup. So we have here a look at the yacht, pardon me, kayaks that are out there on the water, our guests getting out fully outfitted and enjoying. You may think in some of these polar regions that, oh, what am I going to pack? That looks really cold when I'm out on these excursions. Don't worry, we provide all of our guests with expedition parkas and a full list of what to pack and plan for. Eclipse, the Scenic Eclipse is equipped with state-of-the-art Airbus H130-T2 helicopters, if you happen to be interested in all that technology. They seat up to 6 guests, and it upholds the benchmark for luxury cruising. We believe that is how now measured in the exclusivity of these flight experiences, which take off and land right back on the yachts. So there's 2 of these on board for our guests to experience. You will be booked and paid for on board because there are sometimes some restrictions in the places that we are traveling. This is one of those experiences that is at additional cost for our guests, but you can see by this picture, imagine soaring above the beautiful wild Antarctica and taking in that breathtaking scenery. There's also the innovative submarine. So imagine experiencing Antarctica under the water. It's like an experience like no other. You journey to depths of up to 300 meters. Our submarine also seats 6 guests and 1 pilot. So it's a unique experience, not just in Antarctica, but many of our destinations, we will be able to bring her out. And that is also at an additional cost for our guests. Other excursions that we have in all the different regions we visit, we will offer kayak excursions, even in Antarctica. Paddleboarding, I'm not the best balance myself personally, but imagine being out there and experiencing the wildlife up close on a paddleboard if you could brave it. The only place we do not offer paddleboarding excursions is actually in the Arctic, just for safety due to polar bears. But everywhere else, we will be offering it. Zodiacs and tenders. So many of our excursions will be out in Zodiacs, really getting up close and personal to nature and to wildlife and having those super unique experiences and photography options as well. Back on the ship, we have a beautiful area here, the observation terrace, which is on deck 5, the wide open deck at the bow of the ship, perfect for viewing wildlife or just the scenery around you. Indoors, right in front of that observation lounge, is the observation lounge. Here you've got really comfortable seating. There's telescopes in here. There's up to 70 teas from around the world if you'd like a hot beverage. You can play games. There's a library. Really just a nice place to relax and still keep the views of the scenery where you're cruising. The bridge is an open bridge policy. So if you're a little bit of an innovation geek, hop on in, have a chat with our captains at any time and just see it from their perspective, view all the technology and how they're operating the ship. Another beautiful area on board is the panorama deck up on deck 10. By this picture, you'd think you'd probably want to be more experiencing this in warm water, but it is open, even in the chillier sections. Down the side, which you can't really see here, there's also some private cabanas. So it's a nice place to hide away and read a book or just soak in some of the fresh air. We have the vitality pools and spas at the back of the ship. So just imagine, picture yourself in here, maybe a glass of champagne, taking in the scenery, truly relaxing after a busy day out on excursions. And the spa, our Senses Spa is fantastic. There's so much involved with the Senses Spa, 5,900 square feet, and not just including treatment rooms, but check out these unique thermal lounges, the Bose headsets that are available right beside each of the loungers, that you put that on your ears and it helps soothe the mind while your body is gently heating and purifying from the lounges. There's also specialty showers. So if you want to choose from an ice shower or have a hot or cold experience, it's to invigorate and stimulate and just really give you a great experience that way. There's a yoga and Pilates studio on board, as well as a fully equipped gym. If you've indulging a little bit too much in our menu items, which I'll talk about in a minute, this is a great place to hang out. We have a state-of-the-art theater, Here we will have everything from the lectures from our discovery team. We'll have evening entertainment, specialty events, welcome from the captain and your crew. It's a beautiful, comfortable seats that recline. You have a beverage holder beside you, a lovely place to relax. And the Scenic Lounge is the hub of the ship. Really, it's right in the center. And it stretches from side to side. So you've got the windows on each side, lots of beautiful, contemporary, comfortable seating throughout this area as well. Your reception is right behind you, so you have access to the receptionist if you have questions, or the front desk, and you can see the full service bar that's right there as well. If you happen to be a whiskey lover, well, I've got great news. You'll love the display that we have behind the bar. There's 100 different types of whiskeys on board, all for you to sample, inclusive of your experience on Scenic Eclipse. Truly all-inclusive dining. There is so many options. It's my favorite part of traveling, especially cruising, and Scenic Eclipse did not disappoint. It delivered in all aspects of dining. There is up to 10 dining options on board, so you'll never get bored, you'll never be hungry. But there's also 14 different nationalities that are represented in the kitchens. So it's really diverse menus, exciting palette creations. It would actually take you 2 months of cruising consistently to sample all of the different menu options on board. So challenge accepted. Let's do it. So we have the Azure Bar and Cafe. Here's a great place for kind of all-day grazing, nice relaxing continental breakfast with your specialty coffees. There's desserts, there's paninis and pizzas. It's a really lovely, relaxing setting. There's an outdoor area there as well. Our yacht club serves up delicious breakfast and lunch in a buffet style, really casual but comfortable sitting areas. Elements, here we serve regional cuisine as well as steaks and Italian. Lumiere is our French specialty restaurant, so specializing in French cuisine. And here's an opportunity, if you pop in a little bit earlier before your dinner reservation, sit up at the bar and sample some champagne and maybe taste some oysters and caviar, fully immerse yourself in French cuisine right from the beginning. We have Coco's, more of an Asian flair. Sushi served at Coco's, very sustainably sourced sushi, fresh fish from Japan, and also night markets, part of Coco's. So here it's more intimate, reserved seating for guests in a teppanyaki style sitting. So there's a little bit of theater that goes on with that as well. And speaking of theater, chef's table. Oh, it's amazing. You get an opportunity to dine in here. It's a very intimate setting for only 10 guests. And your meal, it is a theater, really. It's less about dining than it is about having a theatrical presentation. The courses come one by one, and our chef, it's a labor of love and creation that goes into them. It's truly a one-of-a-kind experience that you'll have. Scenic Epicure, great place to go in and have one of our chefs do a little presentation, prepare some food for you, have a glass of champagne. There is fresh herbs that are growing in here as well. And it just gives you a little bit more insight and inspiration into the food being served on board. For a little bit more relaxing, you need to step back and enjoy some time in your sweatpants, not going out. You can do that in your suite with in-suite dining, out on your private veranda or in your suite. There's room to be having your breakfast, or even if you want dinner, it's an option to have that. Personalized butler service. It's available in all suites. Our butlers are tremendous in the way of personalizing the service to each and every one of our guests. It's very thoughtful. It's very individual. Everything from stocking your mini bar in your suite to your preference, to providing services for you pressing, laundry, just special requests and anything to help deliver just an opulent experience for our guests. It's warm and it's gracious and it's really welcomed. Looking at some of the suites that we have on board, starts with the deluxe veranda suites. There is no ocean, just ocean view. There's no inside, it's all suites. This is very spacious. This is the suite I actually experienced myself. So I'm very in tune with all of the fine details, and it was wonderful, very spacious. Everything from, I talked about your in-suite mini bar. There's also a Dyson hair dryer tucked away in the drawer for you, a custom-made Illy coffee machine. There's water replenished, still or sparkling water, lots of areas to unpack your clothes, and a really spacious bathroom in there as well. We also have spa suites, a little bit larger. You have the private sitting area like you do in the deluxe verandas. And the great thing about the spa suites for our guests, it also includes a spa treatment. All of the services of the spa are included with the exception of an actual service, a treatment. So if you're to get a massage or a facial or a pedicure, those are an additional cost, but all the other usage facilities are included. So this is a really nice perk to have that bathroom, that spa suite. The Grand Panorama Suite is gorgeous with a wraparound terrace, super spacious, private dining table. The bathroom has a soaker tub as well as a steam shower. And then the owner's penthouse, I hesitate to show this because I think once you get in here, it comes fully equipped with so much luxury, it'd be hard to leave because you've got the views. Imagine out on your private terrace sitting in the hot tub, and this beautiful bathroom that's available as well. Can also turn into a 2-bedroom if you happen to be traveling with friends or family and you want to connect them. So let's look at just the different options that we have for the voyage types. When choosing a Scenic Eclipse voyage, it's also important to choose the right experience for you. This is why we've categorized all our itineraries into 3 voyages and experiences. We have the expedition, discovery, and cruise, the scenic cruise. So the expedition would be specializing in the polar regions, and the yachts with their advanced technology and the ultra luxury combinations are setting the best benchmark cruising these regions. Scenic discovery voyages are a bit of a blend of classic cruising with a perfect mix of shoreside expedition program, unique destinations within the Americas and Japan, such as Alaska, Canada, Mexico, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Chile, Japan. So there's a lot of options for you. And then our scenic cruise voyages, these immerse you into onshore exploration in Mediterranean destinations like Portugal and Spain, Italy, France, Greece, Malta, UK, Germany, Norway, Denmark. There's many. Here our discovery teams will share their specialist insight on history and culture. A look at our route maps, kind of where the ship is operating in 2022-2023 sailing season, pardon me. She's constantly on the go, discovering new places, venturing into new destinations. After a season, which is the summer season down in Antarctica, where she is cruising right now, we've had about 3 sailings operated already down in Antarctica, and I've been watching all of the photos and the social media from our guests, and it's truly amazing. And then she's going to head off to Europe, go through the Mediterranean, Northern region, Arctic, the Northwest Passage, Japan, and then down the Inside Passage. So she will be coming to an area close to us in Canada. I love this photo. I'd like to share it. It is the inaugural season of Scenic Eclipse in Antarctica. So on her first voyage, she did her first, I should say, landing, ice landing. Once the crew came out and discovered, okay, it's safe, the ice landing, everything's great, let's let the guests off to explore. They weren't the only ones exploring. You can see the little curious penguins that were popping out of the water onto the ice and scooching over to get a closer look. So it really, those kind of experiences happen all the time. Antarctica, I mean, the land of pristine beauty, breathtaking wildlife. Here's a chance to explore the Antarctica Peninsula, South Georgia's unsurpassed biodiversity, and the intriguing Falkland Islands in absolute luxury. So there's 3 different kind of seasons where we're operating, technically summer, but there is November to December is a late spring, early summer, and January to February, full on summer. And then in March is their autumn. So in each of those seasons, there'll be different things that you can see, different experiences that you can have. So no bad time to go, that's for sure. We can offer, for Antarctica, it is one of my bucket list experiences to set foot on the seventh continent. It's my last continent to explore. And this is a perfect way, if that's for you as well, is with the Antarctica in depth, the 13-day itinerary for you that will allow you to spend a full 6 days in the Antarctica Peninsula. You'll have a full choice of those zodiac and kayak and paddleboard excursions. And if you want to soar above, you have the helicopter, or dive down deep, the submarine experiences. If you'd like to include South Georgia and the Falkland Islands, then we also have that option, a little longer for you, that will take you there. Here you'll see king penguins waddling around on the black sand beaches in South Georgia, and experience the white sand beaches and the history of the Falkland Islands. So you could feel like an explorer as you follow in the footsteps of Ernest Shackleton on an epic journey. We have a new season, some new experiences as well in 2023 and 2024 with the fly over the Drake Passage. So here's some options for you. So the Drake Passage in between South America's Cape Horn and the Antarctica Peninsula is where the Drake Passage lies. It's the shortest sailing distance and perhaps the world's most fickle waterway. It's like its namesake. Francis Drake was a pirate to the Spanish and a hero to the English. This body of water could either be the Drake Shake one day or the Drake Lake the next. So even with our custom-built stabilizers, creating the smoothest journey possible, some people would prefer to do a flyover and avoid it, or if you just don't have enough time to have a full Antarctica experience, we're offering you this 9-day fly both directions, or 10-day, where you will fly in one direction and experience the Drake Passage in one. Antarctica, again, is truly amazing with the different type of wildlife. Such a small percentage of the world's population ever experiences this continent, and it allows you to have that wildlife viewing because they don't have that fear of people. They're just out living their life in nature. And the penguins, seen them on land, but I've also seen video footage of some of our guests down there right now where the penguins are popping up and hopping into their zodiacs. So really up close and personal. And this imposing southern elephant seal. Over half the world's population is found here. And some fun facts, males can weigh in at up to 4 tons, and they can hold their breath for more than 100 minutes. So all of this you would find out from our discovery team. Looking at some of the other destinations that we explore, the remote archipelago and the imposing shores of Greenland, majestic fjords of Norway, really beautiful wildlife and diversity in the frozen tundra of the Arctic as well. So we have 12-day options, up to 14-day options in this northern region, such as this Arctic Islands experience. So very remote and beautiful with Iceland. From Spain to Italy and the French Rivieras to the bright, beautiful Dalmatia coast and the waters of the Greek Isles, you will get the experience to highlight the highlights and treated to visit some of the smaller, unique ports throughout the Mediterranean that you wouldn't get a chance to see on any of the larger ships. So we have quite an extensive offering for you from 9 days up to 18 days, including this Iberian discovery from Lisbon to Barcelona, and the Aegean discovery. So a little bit more in depth in the Greek Isles in Turkey. Taking a look at North America, as I said, this beautiful yacht is going to be coming a little bit closer to us here in Canada, and she will be coming over in September. So we've got options for you in the Americans, from an inside passage itinerary down the West Coast, Baja and Costa Rica, Peru, Panama, and Central America. Great way to experience Alaska in the inside passage. So if you always wanted to sail in Alaska on a smaller adventure, experiencing more expedition style excursions, a little bit more luxury, a little bit more intimacy, then this is a perfect cruise for you. In 2022, September 5th, we will have a 15-day itinerary. Guests will be flown from Anchorage up to Nome and then cruise all the way down through the inside passage into Vancouver. We have 2 opportunities for this itinerary in 2023 as well, one in May and one in September again. Central and South America, perfectly preserved colonized cities to the imposing pre-Columbian rule. We really explore Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Peru. So even with the Sea of Cortez, Chilean fjords, and Cape Horn. New in 2023, we'll also have 2 itineraries that are visiting Japan. This is up there on one of my bucket list, and what a wonderful way to explore and experience these intimate ports of calls is on Scenic Eclipse. So in 2023 and 2024 season, we know people like to plan ahead, and that's great with the size of these yachts. They're very intimate and they do tend to book up quickly. So we like to get it out there to you as quickly and as far in advance as possible. So we have launched the new season 2023, 2024. One of the most exciting news that we have is in 2023, we will have Scenic Eclipse 2 join our fleet. So we'll have 2. We'll have sister ships, allowing us to explore even further, offering more destinations, taking you on discoveries that we couldn't just do with one ship. So it's so exciting. And there is a digital brochure, digital information right now on our website. So you can take a peek at all the 7 continents that we'll be visiting, 54 different countries, 85 voyages, 357 ports. So some of the new destinations will include the high Canadian Arctic, Scotland, Australia, Indonesia, the Polynesia and Pacific Islands, and even Caribbean. This will be a Caribbean experience like no other. Again, having really unique discovery experiences. So looking at our offers, we have so many different offers for you. It's especially today for taking the time out of your day to spend it with us, to learn a little bit about more about Scenic and Scenic Eclipse. We have an offer that will be valid until February 24th. There is an offer code at the bottom of this screen, so that you want to remember. If you have a pen, you can jot it down, take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. But this is opening up to you an exclusive $250 per person savings on any Scenic Eclipse ocean cruising in 2022 and 2023. If you're looking a little bit further out, 23 and 24, it's $125 per person savings. Okay, so you can also contact your travel advisor. They'll be aware of the promotion and get more information from them on that. And all the different promotions that we have out there, I have a few slides to show them to you. These are available on, if you just look on our website, you will see them on there. Again, your travel advisor would be able to guide you and find the right promotion for you, the right itinerary. But in Antarctica, we have a little bit of availability left on March 10th. I know it's quick, but some people are raring to go. And it's complimentary business class, as well as 20% savings when you pay in full at time of booking. Also, other 2022 offers that we have on select voyages on many of our destinations is a 2-for-1 business class airfare and additional 20% savings when you on select cabins when you book and pay in full 6 months prior to your departure. And then for all of us that are looking at 2023 and beyond as well, there are further promotions that are available with super early bird, early payment discounts, 20% off cruise fares. Again, this is a lot of promotions. I don't think you could write as fast as I'm talking. So again, your travel advisor can review these with you, and they're available on our website. The new season, we do have a super early bird promotion of saving up to 20% on select cabins if you pay in full 12 months prior. So some really good offers for you out there, and really so much content, so much diversity, so many itineraries to choose from. It's really exciting to know that our world is opening up. We are sailing again safely and successfully, and hopefully you are raring to go and have the confidence and comfort to do so. But we know that there is still a little bit of trepidation. So we do have our Book with Confidence to offer you a little bit more comfort and flexibility. So we have our flexible booking policy for new 2022 and 2023 Eclipse voyages. This is for bookings made before March 31st, but it'll allow you to defer, change, or cancel your booking up to 60-day prior and receive a future travel credit that will be valid for 24 months or to move on to another sailing. Okay. There is our deposit protection plan for any deposits. You want to protect, they're non-refundable deposits. So if you want to protect that in case of having to cancel, there's additional cost, $250 that will protect your deposit to be used on a future itinerary. And our platinum protection plan as well. You can purchase this for a little bit extra peace of mind if you do need to cancel due to any travel plans being impacted by COVID. And in certain situations, they'll allow you to receive a refund, what you can see on the screen there. 100% have canceled prior to 31 days, et cetera, et cetera. So what's really important for you to note, though, is these are not insurance policies. They're just helping you book with confidence. They're protection plans. It is important to discuss insurance options with your travel advisor. We do recommend Manulife. There's a link on our website. They do have policies that protect for COVID-related illnesses or cancellations prior to travel, as well as for quarantine costs and whatnot when you're down in destination. We're not the experts on that, but I just wanted you to know that there is coverage, and it's important to protect your investment and give yourself peace of mind when you are planning your dream trip. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I know my colleagues have been out there fast and furious trying to answer all your questions, and hopefully they did a good job on that. But if you have any other questions outside of what we're able to answer for you right now, then please reach out to either Scenic or, more importantly, your travel advisor. They are a huge resource and have so much added value for you in the whole experience from planning and booking and traveling and post-travel. So I'm going to see if my colleague Tracy Daniels is coming back on, because
I'm here.
Oh, good. Yay. Hi, Tracy. We have a thank you for everyone that came out and listened to us today for a $100 gift card. And Tracy was pulling some names behind the scenes there of our winner.
I do. So thank you all for joining us today. Lisa, that was an incredible presentation, just so dreamy, all of the destinations that our beautiful Scenic Eclipse sails to. So we look forward to welcoming our guests on board. So the winner of the $100 Amex gift card is Betty and Rick Heller. So we will contact you by email to arrange to get that gift certificate out to you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Congratulations, everyone. And I'm going to put up the slide again with the show offer, maybe. There we go. So I'll leave that up for you. You can, again, jot down any information or the promo code if you didn't get a chance to do that. Thank you again for your time today. Look forward to seeing you on board. And please reach out to your travel advisor to get more information on the itineraries that floats your boat, got you excited. Take care and have a wonderful day.